What's going on? I haven't been on here quite as much lately, but that's for good reason. Today, as you can see, I'm talking about the RØDECaster Pro 2. This piece of equipment is amazing, to say the least. I have the original RØDECaster over there. I tried to do like a daisy chain situation where I connected the original to this one. I was able to trigger the pads from the original by pushing the pads on the first version RØDECaster, and it triggered the pads on the version 2. But I had to have it in MIDI mode. Had MIDI mode activated on this one, had MIDI mode activated on that one. I haven't used MIDI mode for anything else quite yet. I do have it activated right now because I've been testing it out, but I'm running out of time to test every feature. I do not own the RØDECaster. I did get it from Lens Rentals, and gracious as they are, I've been partnering with them to work on a few things. They did send out it was the Canon R5c. But that is going to be talked about in another video. Right now, we're discussing the RØDECaster Pro 2. I'm gonna turn this down. All right, so it's weird listening to my voice in the headphones, so I figured I'd just go ahead and turn off the headphones. But I am using the Shure SM7B. Normally, I'd be using the cloud lifter with the RØDECaster to bump up and get some more clean audio, but apparently the way they set this one up, and it's so powerful that if you use a cloud lifter, it'll actually make the audio sound worse. So in this situation, I can use this SM7B without getting any distortion, and as you can tell, I'm up only not even to the halfway mark. I guess I could bump it up a little higher, which I'm gonna go ahead and do. There might be a little bit of self noise. I'm gonna turn this down for now because we're not using that at the moment. But there probably would be a little bit of a self noise. I'm gonna turn this down for a minute. So if you notice here, you see the first one, this is the mic that I'm using, and then this one you see 3 and 4, but you see 2 all the way over here. So I was reserving 2 for another option I was thinking of, but I'm not gonna do it yet. I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to, but I'm not gonna bother with that option for this video. But 3 and 4 is the MPC One, as you can see right here. So the MPC One is, I got dual 1/4 inch going into 3 and 4 as left and right channel, and I have it as line inputs. So that's where this fader comes from. And then if I want to play music from the MPC One, I can play something I've been trying to create, which is a mix with some Lander loops and samples. So Lander was gracious enough to give me access to some plugins, gave me a few credits to access some samples, pick some samples and pick some loops to try out to see if I can make some beats with it. Right now, I've been working on a few things. I do have just a loop in here right now just to play, and I'll let you hear that for a minute. That is going through this one. I can turn it down, fade it back up, bring it back down, and I just go back over to the MPC One and I can stop it. Also, I was curious, my buddy I Make Beats brought up to me, asked a question of a functionality he was wondering about because I pitched an idea to him for a collab video. Hopefully we can do that one day. Not sure when, but it'd be great. But he asked a question. I haven't been able to get back to him in person right now because I'm actually filming the video, but I saw the question and I thought I'm gonna put the question in this video and answer it. He asked, okay, well, so my MPC One is going into 3 and 4 right now, but he was like, would you be able to send audio out of the RØDECaster into your MPC One and still also send audio from the MPC One back into the RØDECaster? And I was like, that's a good question. That can potentially created opportunities for you. So for instance, with the original RØDECaster, I couldn't send the audio from the MPC One to the RØDECaster, but I was able to send audio out of the RØDECaster into the MPC One. And in that situation, if I wanted to sample, say, I wanted to go look at my favorite movie and pull it up on my phone and use Bluetooth, which is the fader for the Bluetooth is this one. So if I want to play something off my phone, I can play it, and then I can go into my MPC One to sampler, and I can record that audio under here. I can arm it, record it, and then go in and use it as a bit for a track I'm doing. I could chop it. I can pitch it up, pitch it down, either a sound or a vocal snippet of something, but I could do that. And that's essentially what he was trying to find out. Would that be possible if you got audio coming in from something else? Could you sample the audio coming from the other device? Pretty much I tried it and it actually works. So but just for kicks, this is what we'll do. I have put my headphones on. We'll get more into specifically the RØDECaster, but I want to pull this up. All right, so we have, this one is on, that's the Bluetooth. This is the output. Okay, so let's see. All right, so I want to sample something. So let's sample. So I have the audio from the RØDECaster going in to the MPC One. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sample these pads and then I'm gonna replay them here. So let's see. Is it even still active? It says in, okay. Trying to see something. I'm wondering if it's even still active. Oh, okay. So the input changed. For some reason, this input changes on its own. So it's in input 2. So let's. Okay. So I see the volume there. Bring that up. Okay. I don't want to play that too long because I don't know if it'll flag it or whatever. So anyways, I'm gonna arm it, hit record. I'm gonna test out the pad. So I also have that. Okay. So if I want to do some on this section right here, it does effects. So I can actually
change my voice to sound different. So that's pretty cool. But I am also recording this in here. So
I can make it deep. Now, the RØDECaster was able to do all this. But I think the RodeCaster Pro 2 does it way better.
Whoa. So, this is like a megaphone style. This is pretty cool. But anyways, I'm doing this, still recording into the arm. I set it for 8 minutes, so that's why it's still going. I don't use just a couple seconds. But anyways, yeah, turn that off.
Or, monster.
Yo, so, robot. And another robot.
You got the sensor, and then you got audio ducking. So if I'm playing music through, I guess, maybe through my Bluetooth or something, I can hit the audio duck to bring the volume down. as I'm talking, and then let up off of it. But yeah, there's that. So I had a sample pack that I got. It's called the Lucy's New Pack or something from So 100. And so I just added a few of his samples in here just to see if I could, because that means that if I ever wanted to go get the sounds from the MPC One, like drum kicks and hi-hats and toms and stuff like that, and put them in the pads on the RØDECaster, I could. So I just tested it out with his, because those are the ones that were immediately available to me without digging through some files. And that's what I got. As you can see, the time it takes to finish. So, you know, I can stop it. When I start it back, it picks up where it was going. So like, I go back, it's still finishing. You see? So if I hit this one and I stop it, it stops where I stopped it at, and it picks back up off where I stopped it. And then that. But this is from So 100's Lucy pack. I'll see if I can put something on the screen. So I've got lander samples in the MPC One that I'm playing and trying to mix and playing through the RØDECaster. I'm playing some So 100 samples. I'm testing out a few things here. All the audio that's coming out of the RØDECaster is being recorded into the sampler on the MPC One, but now I'm going to stop this, and then I'm going to name it sampled RØDECaster. That's as good as I can do right now. And so, I do want to keep it, of course, but what does it sound like? So I can go in there and play. So I'm gonna hit keep, save, put in here, and just save it. So it's saving my sample under a WAV file. So I can go back in and listen to the sample. I can chop pieces out of there if I wanted to. Bring this down because there is some adjustment with the volume you have to work on, because the audio out here, now I got to bring the volume up here, and I got to bring volume up in certain parts there. So when I play back out of this into it, it doesn't sound as loud as it recorded in, because, you know, it's kind of like a loop happening. But I can always pump the volume up, you know, from that device to this one for the recording volume to be a little louder. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's see, like, so when I did these sounds, this one was halfway, so I would need to turn it up, and then I would need to turn up the master volume as well, which I didn't have that up, and I had this lower. And then I have the sound volume on the back of this, the input volume lower. So I would just be turning up the volumes to get the volume higher. I did do that earlier, and it sounded pretty good. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't gonna sound choppy or distorted, so I didn't want to turn it too high for the video recording. But anyways, enough about this here. Let's go over and let's look at, okay, so faders. Okay, I'm also recording into an on the SD card inside the RØDECaster. So with that being said, there's a lot of things I can't change on here unless I stop the recording, which I'm not going to do right now because I want to have all this recording. I'm also recording into Adobe Audition on the computer as a backup, another source for a backup. And yeah, You could essentially record in 3 places, just like I recorded a sample here. If I wanted to use that feature to record the sample as a way to have a backup recording for what I'm doing here, I could do that. So I'd have 3 backups: the computer, the SD card in here, and recording on there. And since I'm plugged into both left and right on here, but I could essentially plug into just the left and have a balanced 1/4 inch out of that one into the MPC One, and then take the other side, a balanced 1/4 to 3.5, and plug it into the camera, and I can get all my audio fed out to everything and have multiple sources of audio recording, and then whichever one picked it up the best would be the one I used, if that's the way I wanted to do it. Or I would just have redundant recording, and the RØDECaster one would become the podcasting sound that I used for my podcast. And then all the other ones would be for other stuff, however I wanted to use it, or, whatevs. But yeah, this is amazing, guys. This is absolutely amazing. I'm really enjoying this. Honestly, I'm really enjoying it. Let's go back to, I really like this effect.
I really, really like this effect right here. Really do.
Anyways, we'll jump off of that. I really enjoyed making the chipmunk sound. So that is considered smart pads, and you see that here. Different ones, and you got more empty ones you can create. So that's that. Display, brightness, metering, haptics. You can adjust the sensitivity of stuff. There's some things that are gonna be grayed out, can't mess with while it's recording. Like I can't change the record while it's recording. Outputs, headphone processing, monitor. I don't have any processing activated because I want to just complete raw sound coming out into whatever I'm recording it to. And if I feel like I need to clean it up later, then I will do that myself instead of worrying about the system processing it, which it does a decent job with processing. It's just I like to hear what it sounds like without all the processing and decide if it's good to my ears first. But monitor outputs, you can auto mute monitor output when when you enable this. Monitor output would be muted when a microphone channel fader is lifted. So if the microphone is going, it'll mute all the audio going out. This one's for Bluetooth output, and then you got a fixed level that you can't change. So like for instance, that lights up green for me to be able to change the volume, but if I click on this and I go out, the icon for the volume there, like you see the left and right, you'll see the volume levels, but the icon to change the volume is gone, and that stays white. But if I go back in here, go to monitor and turn it back off, it's lit up green, and you see the icon for the volume there. But also, what else? System, MIDI, there's something else. The faders, that's what it is. I can't show you the faders while I'm recording, but I really want to make sure I have this audio, so I can't turn this off. So that's the downside. I know if you've seen any other video, there is a function where you can change all these settings. I merged these 3 and 4 together because I do have the MPC One plugged into there, so that's why those look 3 and 4 in one. And then I got the Bluetooth here. I do want to see which Bluetooth is connected, and it doesn't look like I have one connected. Maybe I can connect one real quick. Let's see if I can play some Epidemic Sound while we're sitting here. I'm gonna go to Epidemic Sound app on my phone, and let me just play a track. Let's see. I wonder if I can use the audio ducking. Wait. It was processing it. I gotta turn that off. Okay. Let's see if audio ducking works. Well. Hold on, I gotta find a track. Oh, let's pick a Oi. I don't like his tracks a whole lot. Here we go. Now, if I go to audio ducking, I wonder if, oh, it does work. If I start talking, it goes down. Let me see. If I talk right now, it's not going down right now. If I hold audio duck and I start talking, it goes down a little bit while I'm talking. So, pretty good. Or I could just keep it low, and you can hear it in the background. But it's better, like, if you're playing music, to play something that doesn't have lyrics, so it's not blending in with what you're saying. So I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna go find a track that's not heavy on the lyrics, so we can have music playing through this. There we go. So this one is just good for background music. So I'm gonna bring it low like that, and actually I'm bringing it a little lower. Okay, that's better. All right, so this is good. This is good. So I can go from having 4 mics to just having 2 and having 2 instruments plugged in, or an MPC of sorts, or a Machine Plus, or whatever you have. You can plug it in to here, and you can have the audio hooked up. You can Bluetooth and USB. That's a whole nother story. Since we're on the computer, I'm gonna go ahead and play something off the computer and see. Let's see. I'm recording into the computer, but let's see. I'm going to find a Peter McKinnon video to prove to you I can play some Bluetooth audio, I can talk, and I can also, it's Peter McKinnon's last video, selling his studio. Okay. Okay, so let's.
Hi. As you can see, there is no longer a pool table behind me. Not to worry. Still got my cues.
So I got Peter McKinnon going.
But
Got my Bluetooth going.
Because I no longer have a use for it in this office. Because
see what other sound we can get going.
I'm selling the office.
I have 4 audio sounds going at the same time, and then I can duck it all while I'm talking if I wanted to. Fade them all out and not listen to any of them, and all you hear is my voice. Let's just bring that music back up just a little bit. But anyways, yeah. The expansive capability of this thing is amazing. I'm excited to keep trying to do more and more stuff and seeing how much further I can push this thing. If you guys have any questions, if any of you have any questions, put them in the comments, because questions I don't know what this number is, but it's not for me. Anyways, so you can also answer phone calls through here. If somebody calls me, I'm answering. And I'm gonna record it. But anyways, oh my god, this is funny. This is so dope. This is so dope. I'm running out of time on this camera because it only records, has a 30-minute record limit. It's an older camera, so I've been recording for a while. This would have been a good live stream. Definitely a great live stream. But also good for editing, because I'm also doing a top-down shot that I don't think I can plug in to the computer and use it as a camera angle. I'm not sure I've never tried it, so I don't know if I can use it that way. So it's better if I just edit all together. I know you see some other stuff sitting around and you probably have some questions, especially about this device here, maybe about this, and maybe some other stuff, who knows. But we're gonna get to some other topics at a later time, and yeah, let's just focus on the main thing at hand right now, and that's RØDECaster Pro 2. Maybe I'll do another video, maybe I won't. The video I did about the RØDECaster Pro 1 was a complete fail because I recorded absolutely no audio. So that's exactly why I'm recording audio into it. I'm also recording into the computer. I'm recording in so many different places because I would like to actually put a video out that I worked hard on and not just look back at the footage and have no audio, which I learned my lesson from that. So yes, I just hope that this audio sounds good when I listen back to it, because that would be more frustrating than anything. Anyways, thank you everyone for dropping by. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't. I talk about audio, gear, filmmaking, photography. I talk about just about anything. Anything that interests me is what I talk about, but mostly filmmaking and audio tech is primarily talked about. Photography is the biggest passion I have, but I rarely get to talk about it, but I do talk about it. And so subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of all my videos so I can stay motivated to keep posting. If I see you watching, it makes me want to post more. And if I see the comments, I answer people's comments all the time. I love answering comments. I don't like trolls. Please don't troll me. But thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.